Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here. I'm doing my challenge team post for Bramble Fox, and I've got a bunch of Bramble Fox goodies over here along with some other stuff. I have several Bramble Fox stencils, not quite sure how I'm going to use those, but the challenge this month is to use some mixed media on your page. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to try to kind of do some, maybe overlay some things, layer some things in a different way than I have before. The photos I have, it's going to be an autumn page, and the photos I have are from autumn, the 2 days of autumn that occur in Alaska. I worked in Alaska from, I guess I went up there first in June and back and forth, but actually lived there from September through February, March the next year. This was 1996, 1997. And John stayed back home in Houston, and he came up and visited me in September. And the day before he arrived, all of the flower baskets were hanging on the street, and all of the bicycles were still available for rent right outside the back door. And I envisioned that we would rent bicycles and ride along the pathways there. It hadn't yet begun to get dark all day long. But the day before he arrived, they pulled all the baskets in, and they pulled all the bicycles and put everything in their warehouses where they keep such things. And so he and I drove it was a route that was given to us by one of the Alaska natives who kind of routed us through some of the more beautiful areas, including this one where there was an overlook and a beautiful waterfall there, which was soon, in a few days, to be absolutely frozen solid. And you can see there's a little bit of fall color, what we consider traditional fall color, happening back right here. These were some evergreens and were not going to be turning. And as we went along, they routed us through an area we could walk out and see some glaciers. So not your typical fall foliage tour, mind you. And within a couple days after he had returned home, on October 10th, I believe it was, we got a 36-inch snowfall. So fall or autumn doesn't last very long in Alaska, but I will tell you that summertime is wonderful because it's warm and it's sunny all day long, 24 hours a day. And that's what I experienced. I was actually there for the summer equinox. And there were, Alaskans really take advantage of that because they get out and have Little League baseball games that start at midnight, and it's, bright and fully light then. So that was kind of an experience. But anyway, so I'm going to try to do a combination fall page that's going to look a little like winter. So I've got I have a piece of corrugated paper that's white, and the way it's torn kind of looks a little like a snowfall. But before you get to the snowfall, there's going to be a little bit of fall paper color happening there. And then I've got this very, very pale blue you can kind of see contrasted with the white. It's close to white, but not quite. So I'm going to use those, but I want to try something with this stencil kind of up here. I'll have it coming out a little bit like so, with the rounded part kind of showing, and I'm not going to go all the way to the ends. And up here is where I'm going to be doing the fall, the more traditional fall colors. And so I'm going to use this, and being as it's dried marigold, and being as it's orange and I'm doing it on a blue background, I have no idea really how it's going to look. And I don't want it, I kind of want it to, I don't want it to take center stage anyway. I kind of want it to be just a light, well, okay, it's pretty bright. You get the contrast. That's amazing. I actually like it. It's not the fade into the background look that I thought I was doing, but you know, I'm gonna go with it. And here I need this to kind of stick out, sort of going this way, but at a point where it's going to get covered up somewhat by those. So this, I'm going to do the speckled egg. Let me get these out of the way here. And it's kind of a tone on tone with that blue, and it is going to be taking the background, you know, a background position, I think. We'll see. We'll see what happens there. And I'll just let it kind of blend off into the... Okay, so you can kind of see it. So I'm going to put that aside. And now I'm going to do a... I think I want to do this. Let me get one of these little guys. And I'm going to do a brown color. I'm not sure which brown this is. I think I'm going to do walnut stain. And it's distress ink rather than oxide. And I'm doing a branch. Oops. Okay, that's good. And then I kind of want to very lightly do, with the dried marigold, I want to do some of the leaves. Don't really want to do the dried marigold. I'm going to do a paler brown. And I'm going to do it in the oxide. Let's see. I'm going to do maybe brushed corduroy. And I'm going to take a different one of these. In fact, I'm going to take one that's clean. Kind of I'll do these. Let's see. The photo is going to kind of go right here. So I'll make sure that the leaves can kind of show, and I might do one down here. And I have some other leaves that are going to go on there, so there'll be plenty of leaves. I don't need to do that many of the stenciled ones. Okay. And here, to be honest, I'm not sure what I want. I'm going to try to pull some of the blue elements that are in these sticker sheets, including I'm going to use this pumpkin with the blue leaf there. And so with that, given that, I may do some of these in a blue color. Let me get a blue chipped sapphire, maybe. Would be a kind of a dull-ish blue. And I'm going to do, instead of the leaves, I'm going to do some of these fall words. Maybe, let's see, again here, the photo is going to be, let's kind of, so I'll have the photo here, and maybe I'll have the words kind of up in here. So let's do this. May be too dark. It's going to be fairly dark. And the kind of the point I'm making with the page, do I have something under there? Is that fall looks different in different areas. Okay, so got a little bit of that going on there. I'm not sure how that's gonna actually turn out, but let's start building the page, and we'll cover up what needs to be covered up if we need to. And go here, and then I really want this to tuck down, way down low, and I don't want it to come up very high. So there. And what I'm going to do is kind of straighten this out. This is moving around. And I want the edge perfect there. This kind of goes up too high. So I tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to re-tear it. And then maybe not have as big a rise there. Okay, let's see how this works. I think that's going to be much better. And I'm just going to lift this up a little bit right here and put some adhesive right there. I know the photo is going to go in that area, so that's fine. Okay, so we've got fall colors, including blue. And I'm going to go ahead and put this on some foam. And then I can tuck things around it. Let's not put it upside down. We'll go there. I had intended for this little owl to be there, and I think he's still gonna work. I thought maybe I'd put the branch up too high, and I'm close to being too high, but it should be okay. And then this one will go down here. I don't have a hard and fast notion of design here, other than we have trees with leaves on them and a kind of an autumn looking photo there, and then it goes down to this is pure D winter. And that's a that's a genuine southern seasonal term. I want to take this, well, okay, my title is going to be here, and it's going to be entirely on the white. So I'm going to put it there so that I'm sure that I leave room for it. If you've been following me for a while, you know that's something I do is embellish to the point where I have no room for a title. Okay, I want to put this little guy here. And I'm going to put the important elements down first without I'll put this guy here without having a definite idea of where things are going to go. I'm going to just kind of put the important ones down first, and then we'll see where we go from there. I know I want this little deer here, and he's kind of standing in for the moose that we saw. Well, that I saw. John was really upset because I was telling him about all the moose I was seeing when I was doing my cross-country skiing. I'd go in the afternoons when things slowed down at work. I did I left the office and did a little jaunt out to a place called Kincaid Park in Anchorage, and did some cross country. I rented the skis from a sporting goods place, and you could rent them by the half day, and I would do that. So, I want to put this here, maybe have it tucked. It actually kind of looks like it might be nice tucked in right there. I'm going to put some foam on it. And I am especially including this because it has this gray-blue maple leaf, and along with the others. Okay, so I'm going to put that there. I want this lifted, so I may add a little dot under there. And I do want it looking like it's just kind of growing up out of the snowy part here. Okay, and then I have some leaves. Do I want them to look like part of the cluster? Let me curl these up. I think I am going to do that. I'm just going to use a dot to hold it up. And I want it under the little fox's tail. So there. And then I have this one that can go there, and these are from a last fall Paper Snips that had nothing but leaves on it, and I ordered 2 of them because I knew I'd use those leaves. Okay, there. Now, because I'm going to use this burr down here, I wanted to use this flower, which is the exact right color, but I don't necessarily want it right up next to it. You know, I'd like it on the page, but not there. Let me just go for some smaller leaves, and I'm going to use these stickers, and I'll put that there, and this one here, and then I have this really gold. It matches the golden bit there. I don't want to put it right up there because that's the same shape. So I'll put it out here. And I have this gold glittered leaf background. I'm all over the place because I'm not really fully cognizant of what I'm going to do. I like to start these layouts with a selection of Bramble Fox products that I want to showcase, and of course doing whatever the challenge is, which was mixed media, which was this stenciling, and then I'll do some splattering. I'm gonna put this guy here. I'm gonna glue this down. To keep that from moving my little rabbit along. Now I'm still working on this. How about if I did something like that? And I'll put a dot in the middle of that flower. And I'm just now kind of moving towards filling in areas. Now here, I don't want that flower. I don't mind if it touches it, but I don't want it to cover the letter. I'm going to put this, and it just kind of shows that it goes from fall to burr in no period of time, in no time. It doesn't take much. Okay, and I may do this right here, and then this kind of over it, but with some gold showing around it. I don't want these to be, these glitter pieces to be the main attraction. I'd like them to be background pieces. So I think that it works that way there. And I'm going to come up here and do this little leaf right there. And I can see a blue leaf here. And I'm going to add it. I'm going to curl it and then put a little bit of glue on it. And put it down here. I'm also going to squeeze this wood veneer leaf. This is, put the glue on the wrong side. I like for the burnt edges to show. It gives more contrast, and sometimes, okay, there, and then I'm gonna maybe squeeze this in there. I have to lift this, and I'm not having good luck with that. There, and I want it to kind of go out that way. And then I will pull one of these orangey ones and put it right there. And here's another kind of bluish one. I'm gonna use some glue on both of these. Okay. Now I have this, which says picture perfect. I've got this picture very imperfectly placed on here. It is not parallel. I think it works now. I've got this that could go here. This was really a great photo with the glacier. John took it. I need another leaf here. Maybe I'll take a cluster that has a gold leaf. Like I'll have that come on here. There's a little bit of backing stuck to that. I have this. This is one of the little extras that subscribers got in their Foxbox Plus, and I wanted to use it here. Let me do another leaf up here. Maybe right there. And I've got a little tiny kind of seed cluster. There's another one right here that I want to use. Maybe put a little glue on it. Just put that right there. Just little tiny details are kind of what I'm going for here. Crispy is nice. There are a couple little flowers. These are like toadstools. I like this, but not, I don't think I have a place for it. Let's see what there is on here. We're getting to the point where I'm kind of feeling like we're done. I like the stay warm and cozy bit right here. I've still got this, all the colors. I've got this, which I'm thinking I may not use, although it might be nice right under there. Let's do that. The stay warm and cozy can go here by the burr. I'm thinking I want this somewhere or not. Do that. The picture perfect, do I want it? I'm going to go with all the colors here. Or here. Because you really get all the colors there. You get the beautiful blues of winter and the orange and yellow colors of fall. This says picture perfect, and I'm thinking I want it here. And with that there, I need something here And maybe this is where this leaf will go. I need to do just a little bit of trimming. Right here on the edge. And I'm gonna do another leaf, kind of an orangey one. Right here. I'm going to curl it and put some glue. All right, now I think I want to do some splatters. Oops, let me get this trimming done and get that back up where I want it to be. But, well, let's do this. I'm going to use the colors that I've been using in the inks, and I'm gonna splatter them with a paintbrush. I don't know how well this one is gonna splatter. Let me try this one. Okay, and I'm going to take this to blend my ink on, and I'm going to take this to cover the photos. Let's see, here's another one that can cover that one. So let's do, I want to see how well that, actually, you know, I could blend it with this. Let me put some of that there. I don't think I'm going to need much. Okay, there. And I'm going to do some even down here on the snowy part. Okay, now I'm going to clean this brush, and I'm going to do clean all this off. And kind of wipe that. And I'm going to do some dried marigold. And I may go for a darker color, this crackling campfire. I think I'm going to like that. And that's coming out nice and with some larger splatters. And it's kind of soaking into the paper, which is an interesting look. Okay, now I'm going to take this crackling campfire and put it out here. I don't want to get the other color on this ink pad. So now I'm going to blend that up. And that's not as much. I'm going to wipe that off so that I can get more of the crackling campfire in there. And I'll wet it. And I really want to, and my idea was that the blue splatters would kind of look like shadows. They would take a background kind of position. So I think I'm done. I'm going to clean the splatters off of the perspectives. I don't think I got much on there. And I think the rest is okay. I think I'm happy with that. And I thank you all for watching. This is a strange fall page because it's fall in a different kind of place. I like because that kind of looks a little like falling leaves, maybe, right? So I thank you for watching, and I'll see you next month with another great challenge. Be sure and check the Facebook group. I'll have a link to it in my description box. And there's plenty of time for you to enter the challenge and qualify for a really cool prize. So I thank you for watching, and good luck. Bye.